thank everybody for coming out, hear everybody talking and everything like that. I'm all about saving some money. I'll search out every grant, every fundage, every dollar between a rock if I need to find for any kind of program that the sheriff's office will be eligible for. If you can ask my wife, I'm tired. So I wouldn't be any more different than the monies which would be entrusted with the sheriff's office. Also, if y'all want to sit down one-on-one, talk, take a vision statement, or anything like that, I can be reached at my number. I'd be glad to give it to any one of y'all. Thank you.
One of the things that I would like to make sure that I stress is what we talked about earlier about the importance of county commissioners meeting and budget meetings. And I'm gonna tell you the same thing I've always told the citizens of Nantahala. Join me when I'm fighting for money in next year's budget during the budget sessions. I'm telling you, that's a powerful time for you. I would love to see this many people. The commissioners will tell you, there's never been a time in my 16 years as sheriff that you all have come during the budget session period when we're going over the budget. And they may not answer it now, but privately, I guarantee you they will agree with me, okay? Unless you'd like to say yes now. Never a time has that happened. And I'm not throwing the commissioners and the county manager under the bus. But what's happening is, the first time that I go before the commissioners or in our budget meetings, and we're talking about the number of calls and about the coverage in Nantahala, they'll say, how many calls a year do you respond to? Last year we responded to 16,300 and something. And then that's emergency calls. And then another 12,500. Well, the next thing that they're going to ask is how many calls to Nantahala did you have? We had 239. So 239 calls in Nantahala compared to 16,000 something in the entire county. And so they look at that and say, well, how can I sell that? Okay? But it's just me there standing there. You can sell it as a resident of this community. I tell them you're complaining to me. I'm telling them you're giving me heck, and you guys know you have, rightfully so, but they're not seeing it. So come to those meetings. I would encourage you to do that. And then they'll make a decision on whether they're going to do that or not. You know, but they'll hear from you firsthand, not just me. Secondly, let me tell you something else. There's a reason our jail population has gone from 35 people to over 100 people, and I'm having to pay other counties to house our prisoners. It's not because they're raising their hand or they're showing up at the sheriff's office and turning themselves in. It's because these guys like Jeff Dunford and Blake Buchanan and all these other officers that many of you are actually talking bad about on Facebook and social media and criticizing, and they're seeing that, knowing that these guys are busting their guts with what they've got to do. We're not perfect. But when was the last time anybody in here called me or showed up at the office and wanted to sit down and meet with me and chew my ear out? Please do. Chew me out. Chew me out. Okay? Feel free to call me at home. Feel free to come to my office, and if you have issues, sit down with me and let's try to work this out and let me know, because sometimes if there is a problem, I don't know it unless you let me know there's a problem. And there may be an explanation for what you've heard. You may not be getting all the facts.
Okay, thank you. Next.
Guys, I appreciate y'all coming out tonight. I know we've talked a lot about budgets and things like that, but every county around us, I'm not sure on Swain County, but I know the rest of them split their county into zones. A deputy goes to that zone, and that's where you're expected to patrol. Nantahala, there's no reason it can't be a zone. No reason at all. Somebody should be here. Every part of this county deserves law enforcement, just like every other part of this county. No, we don't have the budget to station somebody in one community constantly, but we can split it up where every community gets patrolled. We can do a lot more than what we're doing. It's all about just reallocation of our people. It's all about just making some changes. It's not that hard. Cherokee County uses zones, we have 3 zones. One county, or one deputy in each county, and then the sergeant kind of rotates between the 3. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that at all. It works. It's
So
worked
what's
in
he-
Clay County.
Chop liver?
No, Jeff,
Yeah, don't he work here?
Jeff is our SRO, and he's a very well-trained and great deputy. I've worked with him. He's a great deputy. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him. But our SRO should not be pulled out of our schools to answer calls. That leaves our schools unprotected.
Right.
He does a great job at what he does. I've laid up at night listening to the radio and them get him out of bed to answer calls in that hour. I've heard over the radio, calls get answered by him leaving the school. So no, he should never have to leave the school to answer calls. Unless there's an absolute emergency and the other deputy is in dire need of help. No, he should never have to leave our schools. And he's a great deputy. I've worked with him. I'm done.